Okay.
Let's let's scroll down, guys. uh, Honestly, before not sure I want to start a new business, be an executive assistant again. Hopefully, let me close this because we just wasted 30 minutes freaking recording nothing. Be an executive again. Hopefully, not sure. Honestly, before I started my own thing, I wasn't sure what I was gonna do either. How long you got in school, anyways? Okay, bro, we're just talking about school and school and school. Like, it's been three questions and we're still around the same thing. Doesn't make sense, you
Yeah.
know? So we want to get out of that,
Yeah.
man. She gave you a lot of things to work with, start a new business. And she said, hopefully, she said, not sure. Now, when someone says they're not sure about what they want to do, it's such a good opportunity for you to take the lead and come off as an authority and guide them towards what they want. And it's going to help you immensely. When someone says they're not sure, what I typically do as a DM setter is I would say something like, I mean, bro, that's what I'm here for, right? Let's kind of figure it out together. What sort of income goal do you have in mind? I want to make 7K a month. How many hours do you want to work for that? I want to work 6 hours a day. Okay, and how many days do you want to work? I want to work like 4 days a week. Perfect. And what sort of flexibility do you want? Do you want to be able to travel and all X, Y, and Z? Yes, I want to be travel. And once he gives you all that information, guess what? You can be like, by the way, like, have you done any research on high ticket sales? Because based on whatever you just told me, you would absolutely fucking love it. And now she's like, shit, what's high ticket sales? And then you explain the opportunity, and then you get them booked in. So a lot of people would take not sure as something negative, but this is the perfect time when you can take lead and actually come off as the authority as a DM setter. Make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Perfection. Let's scroll down. How long have you been in school? I finished my bachelor's in March. And by the way, she said she hates corporate. She want to get away from it. But I think we did not even ask what is it that she's doing for work. Is it like sales related or something else? Right? So
Yeah.
we know she does something, but what is she doing? We have no clue. Uh, oh, word. So you're basically done. You've been playing for school yourself, or your parents got you? Fourth question around school, bro. Let me ask you this, Shane. Are you nervous within the DMs?
I wouldn't say nervous. I would be like my, I'm kind of would say kind of formal then or something like that. I wouldn't say nervous though.
So
But kind of uptight, I would say.
okay, and what causes you to feel uptight in the DMs? Because let me
Okay,
tell you this,
so
bro. I know you're a fucking good DM setter because I've trained you. I know you know exactly what you got to do because you've had role plays that I've given you feedback on. So my
yeah.
question for you is, what is causing you to feel this tightness within the DMs?
Okay, so I would say hmm, I'll say I'm not sure exactly.
That is okay. That's okay if you don't know what you don't know. But this is what I think. I think what will help you immensely is having a rough guide with yourself when you're chatting with people. And in that little guide, you should just add 5 pointers. So one, two, three, four, five. And the 5 pointers can be something like, did I introduce myself enough?
Okay.
Right? So it's like really unorthodox method to go about in the DMs because this is what nobody teaches. But like the first question would be, did I introduce myself enough? Did I sell the vehicle without even coming off salesy by giving examples of students and my own personal story? Number three, did I truly understand his or her situation by asking them questions, right? The fifth question would be, did I set the tone as informally professional? So it's like set the tone, right? And then the final question would be, did I do a good job? And what are some of the things that you can improve? So the fourth one is a reflective question, but the four pointers above that is your actual guideline when you're speaking in the DMs. So when you're chatting with someone, you got to ask yourself, did I introduce myself enough? Did I sell the opportunity without coming off salesy? Did I understand the situation of the prospect truly? And did I set the tone of the conversation as informally professional?
Okay.
And if you do that, I think that's going to help you a lot because at times when you're chatting with people, you would be like, okay, I introduced myself, I sold the opportunity, I set the tone, but guess what? I feel like I could go deeper into the situation. So you can always get back to it, do a bit of digging, and then take this off and then book them in.
Okay.
Right? So you do this with every conversation. I've taken out loans. Dame, loans are no joke. Okay, so one thing is she's opening up because nobody's going to be talking about loans and everything like that. So you're about, okay, a lot of sales reps and DM setters think that these leads would not open up to them because they are strangers. Why would a stranger open up to me? But the way that I look at it is, why wouldn't a stranger open up to you? Because if I know someone, then they got to maintain an image in my mind. They got to act a certain way. But if I'm a stranger to someone and I'm just talking with them for an hour, what do they have to lose? So that is the reason why they should open up to me. But now the question shifts and it becomes, okay, then if that is the case, then why are my leads not opening up to me? It is because of the tone of the conversation is not set to informally professional, and you haven't introduced yourself enough. I don't know how much you guys know about human psychology, but the best way for someone else to open up is open up yourself first. To make someone else open up, you got to open up first. To have someone talk about the vulnerable parts of their life, you got to share yours first. So it's like you talk about your challenges, your struggles when you were starting out, and you do it in a way that's relatable to them so they can start opening up to you about their struggles and problems so you can book them in. So I just kind of wanted to break that little belief because a lot of the times DM setter would simply not ask hard questions because they think it's too personal, they wouldn't open up, when in reality, you being strangers is the reason they should open up. Let's scroll down. What's the move? What you gonna you're gonna take whatever job comes first. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. And at this point, bro, again, what I would have done is when she said, I'm not too sure, and she said sounds about right, again, doesn't it doesn't scream certainty. I would have taken the authority frame and be like, for sure, and I know you said a bit earlier that you're not sure on what you want to do. And you know what? I've been in this space for like 6 years and I made like shit ton of money in my early years. So let's figure it out together. Let's figure it out together. We're on a team. And then from there, you ask them a bunch of questions and present sales. Honestly, that's where I was at too before I got into high ticket sales. Okay, so this is what I want you to notice, guys. Shane is doing an okay job throughout this conversation. He's not doing a great job, but simply by introducing yourself within the DMs, now the intent is there. Now she's raising her hand. I've always thought about sales. I'm good at it. Again, he did not sell the opportunity. He did not say you should do high ticket sales. He's just introducing himself. He's just selling sales without even selling, and now she's raising her hands. And guess what? This is the point where Shane can start talking about sales. And that is how you get more calls booked. Scroll down, Shane. Oh, word. What kind of sales have you done before? Great question, bro. Again, you're keeping her in that loop because she raised her hand. I've mainly done inside sales for a company I previously worked for. What the fuck does she mean by inside sales? I don't know. I would have dug in with that. Um, oh, so you already know how to sell. I would have asked a bit more questions. Um, people love talking about themselves, man. They love it. They love when someone genuinely shows interest in them, right? So I would have just asked a couple of questions about what she's doing. Oh shit, that's so cool, a bit confused, like what is inside sales? And she would have said, oh, I was just at the main desk answering, queries and questions. I would have said, oh damn, that's freaking cool, man, freaking cool. I did something similar when I first initially started before I joined high ticket sales. How long did you do that for? What was the good part about it, the worst part about it? And then I would have shifted into like, have you ever done any research in high ticket sales? Okay, so the only thing I would have changed here, so this is where
Yeah.
Shane is introducing the vehicle, the actual opportunity that he's presenting or that his coach has. The way we present the opportunity is simple. Number one, we ego stroke them and then we explain. Let me explain what I mean. The way that I would have gone about it is I would have said, by the way, have you ever looked into like high ticket sales? Because it's based on this conversation and the fact that you've already done sales, I think you would absolutely freaking crush it. I think you could easily make like 10 grand a month with it, right? So you ego stroke them like, hey, because of your previous experience, this should be super easy for you. And they're like, oh, I've never done, but that sounds interesting. How it works. And then you explain the opportunity. Then you snatch it by saying it's not easy. It requires work. And if they agree with that, you book them in for a sales call. Scroll down, Shane. I've looked into it, but haven't got a deep dive. Nice. What's stopping you? Yeah. So the biggest thing, bro, is one of the things that you can improve that would help you immensely is just changing this, man.
Okay.
Right? Because it's really easy to fall back into the habits of being an average setter and not following intent-based setting and just being, this is what I call lazy resignation, man. I feel you. Oh, word. Oh, okay. Nice. It's not natural. If you talk with me like this within the DMs, I don't care if you have paid me like money, I would still block you. I don't want to talk with someone that talks like that. That's boring as fuck. So you got to be more creative with DM setting. You got to be more creative with your responses. The more humor you add, the more they're going to open up to you. And the way that I imagine this is just by a few, just by like a few resonations, you've already seen the kind of results you've gotten within the DMs from leads. They're completely opening up to you. So if something is working, keep on doing that. Do not change it. Do not fall back to the bad habits because this doesn't make a lot of money. Scroll down.
Yeah.
I've looked into it but haven't gotten a deep dive yet. I would have said, yeah, the way that I would have said is I would have said something like, I mean, to be honest, like the moment you kind of start looking into it, like I would have said the way that I look into high ticket sales like a big jungle. So the more you research about it, the more overwhelmed you get. So it does make sense that you haven't gotten a chance to like do a deep dive yet. But I mean like what's like your biggest confusions about it that I can like kind of help you with? Because like I've been doing this for like 6 years now. Authority. Let me be the source of answers for you. Let me help you out. And I would have kept her in that loop. We have time for one more conversation. Do you have a conversation that we can review? Man, I'm so sad we couldn't fucking record this session from the beginning, man. It was such a good
Uh,
session.
right
Such a
now,
good
man,
session.
you're making me kind of angry, man. You're making me
It's
kind of angry. I'm gonna be honest. Okay,
Shane is
so,
getting bashed. Bring another conversation, bro.
bro, we Jamaicans don't hold back on each other. This is like nothing, man. This is like nothing at all. Let's
Yeah, bro.
see,
It's time to
this
set you
person.
up for a role play with Maida then. I would take good care of
Yeah.
you.
Okay, so I'm finding some. Wait a minute.
Why me? Because I love the way you don't accept bullshit in role plays and you call people out. It's insane.
Christ. So this was a much, I would say one of the, I would say the first. I would say I think this was like one of the message on the like the first ever.
So this was
One
one
of
of
the
the first role plays.
no, it was one of
Conversations.
the first conversations.
Easy, bro. Scroll up. Let's see. Okay.
Mm,
Scroll.
nah, I should and I kind of look back on it and nah, it's not long enough. I'm gonna find something else.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just find a conversation that we can review, and that is long enough. In the meantime, if you guys want to review one of my conversations, we can easily do that as well. But it's like an inbound, so not sure how much you're gonna learn from that. Um,
Yeah. See, to be honest, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I know that I didn't do good on this one. So that's why I'm bringing it.
I'm glad, bro. I'm fucking glad. Then not bring me the conversation that you've absolutely crushed. Bring me the conversation where you suck, so I can give you the feedback that you need to improve, right? So let's scroll up.
And this is being recorded, right?
Yes, sir. This is being recorded. Nothing to worry about, right? So, yo, what's up, bro? Okay, so the kind of response that he gave us, we already know, okay, he is a lead that would be opened up to us, right? And he's most likely young, 18, 19 is my guess, maybe even 17. That is my guess. Notice you followed me, but I see you moving in silence with the. See, this is freaking good. From the get-go, he's adding humor and coming off as someone and setting the tone of the conversation as informally professional. If this was a guy in sale, I would have even said something like, nah, bro, I noticed you followed me, but not gonna lie, your last post is older than half of the scripts these setters use. Right? Again, being creative with it all, man, is gonna help you make so much fucking money. The fact that I made so much as a DM setter was not because I was investing shit ton and learning from the best guys because I am the best. But what I rather did is I was just so human with it that people were just opening up to me, just like that. You and high ticket sales too. He mama said to never talk while eating. I like the dude, bro. I like him. Nah, man, day trading. What even is that? I heard a lot about it, but never what it is. Okay, so this is what I think. He has raised his hand. The intent is there. We can start digging into that right now, but let's talk a bit more about this because based on what I know, bro, if someone is a successful day trader, they would never look into anything else. Never, never. The amount of money that you can make with day trading is fucking insane, right? You could work like 2 hours a day and make like 50K a month, right? So the fact that he's showing interest in high ticket sales, I already know that he sucks at day trading. So I want to talk about that and then move towards high ticket sales. Let's scroll down. Let's see what you did. You've been hearing about it for good reason. That is good. That is good. I want to give you kudos for that. For good reason, that creates like positive anticipation. It's like shit.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
Were you saying
But
something?
then yeah, but then the conversation kind of went like it didn't go it didn't go downhill because it basically said, but I could have done a lot better.
Scroll down.
Like
Let's see then. Um,
I did a lot of bullshit in this.
what are its time requirements? Okay, so this is a really good example of him taking the lead. He's taking the lead at this point. He's um, he's asking you a bunch of questions. We gotta take the lead back because we cannot have them asking us the question. We're the one asking them the question. What are its time requirements? How much hours do I need to put in? What are the money requirements? I would have said slow down, bro. You know, And I promise we're not in a rush here. I promise, a nuclear bomb is not going to fall down on us. We can take our time with it all. Tell me about day trading. It's something I've been looking into. How does that work? Right. So I'm very strict about it because trading needs accumulated capital before I can take money for myself. Okay, so in easy words, let me translate this message for you. I am broke. That is a translation of this message. Him saying that I need accumulated capital before I can take my money. In easy words, that is him saying I don't make anything. I want to make some money, and I suck at day trading. So do I need to invest in this because I don't have anything, right? So that is like he's broke. So
Wait,
let's see.
wait a minute. I'm so strict about God's trading. Needs accumulated capital for so before I take money for myself. Yeah, I really
Hmm.
don't know much about trading.
I'd be
I should
up.
I'm asking
Yeah.
more about that because like I really don't know anything about trading.
Yeah, you keep on asking. It's like the way that I look at it is the fact that you don't know much about the trading should not be a reason for why you cannot ask enough questions. It should be the reason you can
Yeah,
ask questions. Because guess what? You can get educated on that subject just by having a DM conversation. Just use them as chat GPT. How does that work? Oh shit, how does this work? Oh shit, how much capital you need? Oh fuck, what are the returns? Right? Just leverage it like chat GPT. Scroll down. It depends on how much you want to make, but people out here are putting in 6 hours a day, making over 10K a month. But it might not be for you, depending on what you prefer. So, what do you prefer in terms of working hours and income? Okay, so you are gaining back the control of the conversation. That is good. Okay, I see. I won't have much time sadly, but I can be using 2 to 4 hours a day. And is it available on weekends? Income, I don't mind. I'd be saying maybe 1 to 2K a month so I can live peacefully off of it without having to sacrifice any of my capital trading. Okay, so let's time to read emotion between the messages. Sacrifice my trading capital. Right? I can live peacefully. My guess is he's not making any money and he's taking money off of his trading capital to survive on and he needs an income source. Right? So he would have kind of dug
yeah.
into all of that. Scroll down. How does it work? What are the upcoming? Shoot me over your number. Okay, so we basically got him booked in. Not bad, not bad. The only thing that I would say is he took the frame from us in this specific conversation. He took the frame from us really good, and all you had to do was just take the frame back and be something like, bro, not gonna lie, bro, you're like on page 7 and I'm on like page 1, so like that kind of slow down. Ha ha ha. Tell me about like what you're currently doing in terms of trading. How is that working? Take the frame. It's like never allow them to have the frame, man. Because the moment you give them the frame, then you've lost the conversation pretty much right then and there. But yeah, guys, I think this is enough for today. The session is also recorded. I'll send it over to you guys. But amazing session. We made the most out of it. Ivika, good news for you again, bro, is I'm talking with a coach, and I'll send you his Loom, and I'll get you directly in touch with a coach, and let's jump on an offer. Let's make some money, bro. You're absolutely freaking crushing it. The way you showed up, because the reality is you've been in the space for some time. You never got the results, and it's been like maybe just over a month, and you've gotten so much better at setting, understanding DM setting, and now you're also about to jump on an offer. So let me ask you this: considering you've been a part of other coachings, almost three at this point for setting, what was the main differentiator between them and us?
Hmm. I would say for sure you have different approach from them. Like you're more like digging deeper and also like to you involving humor in the DM conversation. I never saw from any of the other coaches that actually doing that. So what else?
The other part is let's just fucking make some money, bro. Like easy stuff. Let's make some money in a space where it's kind of embarrassing because our space at this point has become a Looney Tunes show, where one top guy says something, all the minions just record reels and talk about the same thing. Nobody is bringing in individuality, new ideas, new breakthroughs. It's always the same pain, goal, gap, dig in, finances, book in, and it fucking sucks, right? So let's make sure we're leveraging what we have here because you guys are going to become the top dogs if you just implement what I teach you. And I feel like you guys already know that by just these review sessions, right? So just stay in touch, keep me updated. I'll see you guys on Monday. If you guys want any help 101, you can always schedule in with me. And still for you, bro, it's pretty simple. Complete the 2 modules, have a bunch of role plays. Let's shift towards getting you a job. Ivika, for you, it's simple, bro. Have a bunch more role plays. I'll get you in touch with a coach so you can finally on board, get some experience, make some money. Shane, keep on crushing it within the offer you're already on. Maida, keep on crushing it within the offer you're already on. And let's make some money together. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye.
You
Yeah,
us,
bye.
bye.